guess everyone waited for me for the last time.
And who gets stuck with the children with no nanny in the house? Me, that's who.
I said my say, Mrs. Brill. I'm done with this house forever.
Well, good riddance then. And mind you don't stumble on your way out. Where is she going? What on earth am I going to say to Mr. Banks?
What is all this commotion? Precision and order. That's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Whilst I'm in the softness of Cherry Tree Lane. Winifred, Coat, Winifred, you've engaged 6 nannies in the past 4 months. They've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fault. A nanny's a solvent, all children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane. Briefcase, umbrella. If only we could find someone like your old nanny. Few women alive can handle Miss Andrew's standards of proficiency. Now, there's an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks need the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
Father, we put in our own advertisement.
What on earth?
Please, George, I think you should hear it.
Now, will you please go to the nursery and let me get to work?
They were only trying to help.
I won't help anyone to make me late. Precision and order. That's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Was I made the sovereign? You make the sovereign. Yes?
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisements.
Now let me see. Play games all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope?
Oh, none at all.
Glad to hear it.
But, take it up to Miss Banks. She handles all that kind of thing. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give references.
Oh, I see.
I'll see the children now, thank you.
Oh, of course. You'll find they're very nice children. Now this is,
Jane, Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare. And close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward. Spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny?
She passed her interview then?
Or I did.
A very tidy nurse, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Now who's responsible for that?
Miss Brill, I like to keep things neat.
Do you indeed? Well, Well, I look forward to making use of that. There's one thing I appreciate as a child whose word I can depend on. Now, first things first. I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat hook.
There's nothing in it.
Now this piece trick.
Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted, Nanny, when we made a list?
Your list? I'm not an item on the weekly shop, thank you.
Well, then how did you come then? It was as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now stand it there. Just as I thought, a noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
Let me. You're making that up. A noise mysterious trouble.
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
Let me see. What's your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say, each virtue virtually knows no bounds. Each trait is independently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Now perhaps we have a few questions. Never. The very thought.
Will you say tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you use words with or have objections to playing with us?
Some minor improvements may not grow amiss, but at all times you must remember this. I like games, but I choose them.
That's not fair.
I didn't say it was fair. I said I was practically perfect. And here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect in every way. Best foot forward. Spit spot.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screefer, and as you can see, a screefer's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me young work from young memory. Stay right where you are. I know that's so what anywhere. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Why must say you do look suave?
He can't know you only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I seen him running about chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So what are you up to then?
Mary Poppins says a game. It's called a walk in the park.
Some game, right?
Come along, Bert.
You can't come with us. You're too dirty.
Oh yes you do, because when you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. All that it takes is a spark. Then something, as plain as a park, becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, and you'll understand why it's a big brass band. Oh,
Brass for all of
it's
us.
a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come along, you two.
What was that?
I don't know. When you take a walk with Mary, anything can happen.
But who are you?
I'm Nelius. I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
No wonder that it's
Mary that we love. It's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your eyes so light. When the day is bright and merry, Mary makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is blooming all around. The daffodils are smiling at the door. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so good. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Jane, did that really happen?
Yes, but how?
Mary Poppins, of course.
But how did you make it happen?
Anything can happen if you let it.
Mary Poppins, how long will you stay for?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Poppins?
I'll stay until the wind changes. Now run along in.
Jane and Michael want to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please. Oh, Daddy, we had a fantastic day. We sang with the buster, we danced with the statue. You want to have a food, but
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, can I have a kite, a proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
Now when would I have the time to do that? Now, would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor George. All he ever cares about is flying kites.
I used to love flying kites at his age, but my nanny, Mrs. Andrews, soon frightened it out of me.
Is it out of the question to go without a nanny?
Don't be absurd. All the best people have nannies. So the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how is your tea party coming along?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to be sending out invitations to people I hardly even know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends.
Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well then. But just make sure she's doing things our way and not hers.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn
oven and too hot to be iced, or touched for that matter.
Are you quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure, and in case you're worried, I have not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop.
I'll just go up and check the drawing room.
I'd like to be helpful.
And I'd like to be rich, but destiny felt otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room. She says you can tell Robert and I what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, I don't mind. Honest.
Fine, I will give you one task and one task only. Put the icing tools near the cake. Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Michael, why don't we make the icing?
Because you don't know how?
Don't be so feeble. Get the eggs and the flour.
Are there eggs in icing?
There are mine. Robert and I, bring me the cake.
Mrs. Broom, go up and get ready to...
Oh dear, Robertson I. Should I call a doctor?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary, ma'am.
Children, you know how important my party is. You deserve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, why wait until then, ma'am? Why don't you run upstairs and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill. I won't take him. You can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But it's strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
Mine with Cordell.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
I told you she was tricky.
Can't Robertson I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of staff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You'll find the fun and snap, the job so gay, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. La lark or spring, it's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Oh, my point exactly. Bees fetch the nectar from the flower to the hive. Never tire, never mustn't to and fro, because they take a little nip from every flower that they say, and hence they find their task is not a crime. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Right yourselves, please. Spin spot. Up we go, Roberts and I. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Most delightful way. We'll be off now. Come along, children.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Apparently these came in this morning and Roberts and I forgot to give them to you. They're apologies, ma'am, from your guests. They're not coming, none of them.
Oh,
No, ma'am, I think you asked the wrong people.
In the most delightful way. Mary Poppins, where are we going today?
I thought we could play a next game.
What game?
A visit to the bank.
That's not a game that Daddy agreed. If he did, he must put an idea in his head somehow.
What an impertinent thing to say. Me, putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Good morning. Banks. A word. I see your Von Hustler is coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
Air Banks, what objections can you have? My security is more than adequate. You know, Latin America is an expanding market. Have you no courage?
But Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't exactly been able to grasp is, what is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money, but making money out of money. Is that enough?
Are you a man to be a banker?
Have you come to your decision, Mr. Banks? There's a ton of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance.
Give us this chance. The factory could be up. The factory could be running and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, give us this chance.
I believe you, Mr. Oldfield, and I've tried to find a way. But how can I be sure that the money will be safe?
My workforce, they'll make it safe. My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, they paved the way. I promise we'll repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northwood, but I'm sorry, but I'm afraid my answer is... Hello, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. Can't.
And
No man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Some money as well?
Hardly. What would he need money for?
It's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this.
That's its worth. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
When I was a little boy, I would have never dared interrupt my father. Were you ever a little boy? Of course. And my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Then who kissed you goodnight, Miss Andrew?
Certainly not! There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soft nonsense. nonsense.
Poor Daddy.
When you invest in the bank's money, Daddy, are you looking for a good man or a good idea?
I suppose I should say a good idea, but a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
I've come to my decision, Uncle Spoon, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea?
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Fairbanks.
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. So, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly could the new factories open?
Thank you. Thank you,
Bert.
Hello, Mary. Hello, kids.
Hello.
We're off to Mrs. Corey's talking shop. Care to join us?
Talking shop? Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey's older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander before he weren't so great.
That's impossible.
Anything can happen if you let it.
Well, 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 if it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop here in secret. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversations.
Oh, I'm all out of conversations, and I'm right out of words too. Ooh, I do have some letters.
Now, what words can we make?
Rotoplex.
Leptoferus.
Those don't count. You made them up.
And where do you think words came from in the first place? Someone had to make them up.
You know, you can always use the same letter more than once. Now, let's see. Super. Cali. Fragile. Istic. XP. Alley. Doe. Chess.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a bird. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leave the lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Umdiddly-umdiddly, umdiddly-umdiddly. It means exactly what you want it to.
When Stone Age men were chatting, simply grunting words suffice.
Though if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure the Roman Empire only hinted the abyss, because those Latin scholars never heard a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be hypnosis. Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Umdiddly-umdiddly, 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 umdiddly-umdiddly. You know, you can't say it backwards, which is so common-like and possesses the golf and a crapus.
She may be tricky, but she's exponentially good.
So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick up those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well, and put them in order, which is very hard to spell.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.